We back, baby. Let's go.
Back again.
It's been a minute, people. All 15 subscribers are what we got. I know y'all missed us.
Bro, I think we got like 22 subscribers, bro.
Ooh, making moves. So yeah, we got Marvin Vettori versus Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland making a little bounce back, bro.
You got beat by the gatekeeper and still passed, bro.
Shit, gatekeeper making moves, though. You know, I'm disappointed because Darren Till was going to fight Vettori. I was really looking forward to that fight. Darren Till broke his collarbone.
Bro, how did he break it? Just training or something?
Yeah, I don't know if it was sparring or like a wrestling session, because that's about all it could be, right? Like a takedown that goes the wrong way. Like in football, you see quarterbacks have collarbone injuries a lot because they get tackled and land awkwardly. So
Yeah.
get better soon, Till.
Yeah, that sucks. This fight will still be interesting. It's just kind of crazy how they chose Holland. Like, why they chose him.
You know, I was thinking the exact same thing, bro. I'm like, why doesn't Brunson step in? I know, like, Holland can cut weight real easily, but this is what I noticed. Brunson's ranked number 4, dude, at middleweight. He hopped a bunch of people when he beat Kevin. So he's above Vettori in the rankings. Vittori's ranked number 6.
That's true. That's true.
So why would he come down to fight somebody lower than him? And Vettori doesn't have a big name either. So in my eyes, like, just being up to date with everything, I feel like Vittori's, you know, that's a really, really good win. You know, Izzy's like the only guy who's beat him very recently. So, but not the way the rankings work.
Only guy that people know, I guess. I think he dropped to one, like, right after Izzy, too. All his losses have been super close. Like, split decision. Yeah. Maybe I think one might have been, like, a draw and then, like, unanimous decision. Like, he's never been finished.
Yep.
So they've all been competitive.
Yeah, man. And his recent win over Jack Hermanson, that's a big win, man.
Dude, yes.
Showing everything in that fight.
That was crazy.
Really good win for Vettori there. And then, you know, obviously Kevin coming off the L. You know, that's pretty much the storyline going into this.
That's the groundwork, right? That's the groundwork right there.
That's the groundwork. So, yeah, I guess we can just jump right into it, man. Who do you think's got the striking edge here?
Boom. 1-2 Holland, baby.
1-2.
Even though I don't like him anymore. I have jumped off that bandwagon, right? I ain't even going to get into that. He is a very gifted striker, right? Vettori's no slouch. He hits hard, but he just doesn't have the accuracy to put people away like Holland does. I don't have too much to say. I think it's really just Holland's like timing and accuracy, kind of similar to like McGregor, just very precise with his punches. So yeah, I'm going to give Holland the edge. What do you think?
Yeah, pretty much just echoing what you said. I totally agree. Kevin's got a lot more weapons. He uses a lot more weapons. He's got the range. He's got the power. He's got the speed. He's got the timing.
I don't know if he has the power over Vettori.
I think when it comes to like one punch power, I think Kevin definitely has the edge.
You think? I think he just lands better.
Really? Like a cleaner?
Yeah. Well, I guess that's what matters, I guess. He lands on the button more. But if they're like to both hit a bag or like and like gauge how hard they hit, I feel like Vettori would hit harder. But if you're not hitting the target, I guess that don't matter too much.
I think Vittori's more of a volume guy. Like, he's trying to wear on you. He's trying to break you down and finish you on the ground. That's how I see that. So for that reason, I'm going to go with Kevin, man, as well.
All right. So what about wrestling?
The polar opposite, my dude. Did we not watch last fight?
Hey, enlighten me.
Enlighten you on what happened? Kevin Holland has no wrestling defense, and he will not acquire wrestling defense in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, right.
That shit ain't going to happen, man. So, Vettori
really likes his wrestling, man. Especially, I feel like he's probably stronger than Holland, and like Holland got exposed like 3 weeks ago, right? He didn't improve like Francis did, and like Francis had like 4 years to improve, and he did it. Holland has like 3 weeks. Like, he's not improving that much. And, you know, even his last fight against Hermanson, Vettori was able to like reverse a takedown. And like Holland's never shown anything close to that. Anytime Brunson wanted to take him down, you know, he did it. So I'm giving the edge to Vettori.
Sounds good to me, man. What about jiu-jitsu?
Vettori likes them submissions, man. They both do. This is kind of similar to the Brunson one, and that I think Vettori's going to be in the more dominant position, even though Holland's scary on his back. I think I'm going to give the edge to Vettori on this one. I think he's going to be in the more advantageous positions to actually get submissions. And I mean, we both know Holland gives up his back when scrambling to his feet. And I think that could be his downfall on this one, man.
Yeah.
I think Vettori watched the tape of the Brunson fight, and he's going to be ready for that. Brunson never really hopped on it, but I think, like I said, Vettori's going to be ready for that, to hop on it. So, yeah, I would not be surprised if, we'll get into that a little bit later, but I'm just going with Vettori.
Bet. Yeah, so obviously they both got really good ground games.
In different ways. Holland is like a slippery banana out there, bro. Like, he's so crafty, and he can make stuff happen on his back. They're just very different in how they go about it.
I know what you mean. Like, it's a little bit more creative and fluid and whatnot from Kevin when you got Vettori, who likes to control more and just force positions. Not necessarily force, because the skill is there for sure. It's not just a power through positions. You really saw that in the Jack Hermanson fight. That's my biggest takeaway, is how well he did against Jack. So, like you were saying, he's going to be in advantageous positions, probably on top. I don't see him getting caught in anything crazy based off the Jack fight. And the real submission threat comes from a rear naked choke from Vettori. So I'm going to go with Vettori with the BJJ edge.
Also, one thing I was going to say is for the BJJ, Vettori is always going for submissions. Like, he has so many attempts, even though he doesn't always get them. So, that is just high on his list on ways to finish a fight. He is always looking for that.
Like guillotines and stuff? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one of his big ones.
So who do you got for endurance?
All right, so for endurance, your boy Kevin doesn't like going 5 rounds, man.
No, he doesn't.
Sad. So, I mean, he pretty much just gives up that edge, doesn't he? He's like, I don't like this.
Right?
I'm not good at this.
Loss. He says he doesn't want to fight 5 rounds. Yeah, man.
I think one thing to pick out, though, is he was afraid of going 5 rounds, right? He said that openly, like, I think that was just psyching me out. So one thing to look for is, I know what 5 rounds is like. I ain't worried about that. So he'll loosen up. That's something to look for. Vettori kind of slows down as the fight goes on, but it's not really. I think he can pace himself, especially if he's up top. So I'm going to go with the endurance edge for Vettori.
Just looking at both their last fights, which both happen to be 5-round fights, Vettori went 5 hard rounds with Hermanson, and Holland went 5 easy rounds with Brunson.
Ooh.
As in,
shade.
He got taken down, and he was on his back, like, the entire fight. Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Vettori was out there freaking in a slugfest for most of it. I mean, based on what I've seen from Holland, like, I really question, like, his dedication, and I do not question that with Vettori, like, his heart and determination. And this is kind of the overarching theme of this fight, is, like, Vettori's heart and determination and Holland's lack thereof, is that whenever both these guys are tired and it's going to the late rounds, there's no way I'm betting on Holland, right, to make something happen. All my money's going on Vettori, so I got to give Vettori the edge.
So when it comes to the chin, man, who you think's got the edge there?
I mean, both these guys are hard to put out, but I really do think Vettori's like just one of the toughest dudes in the UFC. Holland's a scary striker, but I think Vettori, he's got that heart, man. He ain't going to be put out so easily.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I'm going to give Vettori the edge. What do you think?
Yeah, so this one I kind of go back and forth on. And based on the simple fact that neither of them been finished, it's really hard to say who's got the edge. Vettori looks like he has the better chin. That's not a bad pick. But I'm just going to split this, man. I'm going to give this a draw. I'm not going to give either guy the edge.
You and your draws, bro.
No data. Both got great chins.
No data. Nice. Anyway, so give me your final prediction, bro.
I think this will be competitive and go aways just based on the fact that both guys, well, actually, Vettori, he gets decision wins a lot. Like, it mostly goes the distance. He just wears on you.
Yeah, he's never finished anyone, like, with strikes.
He has the finishes with submissions, but I think he's got, like, a couple TKOs, I think. But
Does
nothing.
he?
Maybe not in the UFC. He's got at least a couple though. But that's not his main thing. Definitely not the main thing. So I think the key to victory for Holland is just to keep it standing. Obviously, it's going to be very difficult. I think his range is going to pose some problems for Vettori. I also think that Vettori keeps his head up, and he can be punched, man, especially at range. Jack landed some really good shots on him, and he just walked through it. But you get hit multiple times by Kevin with that, I don't know, man. Like, even though Vittori's got a great chin, it'd be really surprising for him to take multiple blows with his chin straight up in the air. So that's what worries me. But what worries me more is Kevin's takedown defense or lack thereof. I think it's going to be rinse and repeat what Derek did to him. I think there might be a little bit more damage done on Vittori's part because he's pissed. Always.
Yeah, he's always pissed.
So I'm going to go with Vettori by decision.
All right. What I got written down on my notepad here, my prediction is a Vettori win via rear naked choke in the third round. Because Holland's about to expose that back when he's getting up. Vettori's going to be ready for it, jump on there like a freaking anaconda or some shit, and squeeze his ass up.
I like it, man. A little switch up, spice it up.
That's right. So that's what my crystal ball is telling me. I think Vettori's going to be ready for that. I don't think Holland's going to change. I think that's a habit that's ingrained in him. He's just going to have to learn the hard way until he stops doing that. So school is in session.
Yeah, Vettori be the guy to do it, man. He's been finished from rear naked choke before. Vettori, he likes that, so.
Yeah, I thought there was a good chance Brunson was going to do it, but he just wasn't quick enough.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know. I think he just had a completely different game plan. But I think Vettori's going to try to get that finish.
I'm going to be surprised, man. He's got something to prove, it seems like. Chip on his shoulder for sure.
Bro, yeah, he's always got that chip, man.
What do you think's going to happen to the winner and loser of this?
I think their records are going to change, bro.
Oh, damn. Somebody's going to take an L. Somebody's going to take a dub. And
someone's going to take an L. Someone's going to get a W. So, I mean, damn. Is, like, Vettori the gatekeeper now? Like...
He's like the second tier gatekeeper.
Yeah, right, man. Like, I guess, Holland gets his second chance, and if he manages to beat Vettori, then he's a real contender and he's up there. But if not, he's going back down to the slumps until he can work his way back up. And then Vettori is just looking like a real contender. In a way, it sucks because Holland, like, isn't high ranked, and like a win against Till would have been way more impressive.
Yeah, would have.
But I mean, Brunson shot way up whenever he beat Holland, so you'd think it'd look good for Vettori to beat Holland too. Right. So
they're both on winning streaks. So
yeah, pretty much for me, it's just kind of a change in the rankings. Maybe Holland drops out of the rankings. Maybe Vettori goes up a little bit. I mean, I don't know how they're gonna do it, but nothing crazy's on the line, I don't think. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the only thing to watch for is if Kevin does get this dub. I think it's going to be a long road for Vettori, sadly, just because he's not really well known. Not yet. He might have to win, go on a really nice winning streak if he gets beat by Kevin, especially if it's in the fashion I can imagine, which would be a finish. But yeah, that's how I see that going. So we'll see what happens, man.
Sounds good. We shall see. All right, guys, let us know who you think is going to win the fight in the comment section below, and leave a like and share.
Deuces.
Peace.